Leo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. So I am here to do a read for you, and this will be for February 2019, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus for all Leos here. And, this will be a general read, so take what resonates and let go of something that doesn't. You're going to know if it resonates with you. You'll just feel it right away, okay? And that being said, this will be a general read. It will cover the full month of February, and we're just going to see what bubbles up for you, okay, for the full month of February 2019. Now, do continue your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. I do appreciate, and I do read those comments, so definitely keep them coming, okay? That being said, if you would like a personal read, go to theguidedintuitive.com. And if you're new to my channel and you're not sure of what your moon, rising, ascendant, or your Venus signs are, please be sure to check the description box below. There is a link that you can click. It'll pop out your full astrological chart, and then you can actually take a look at those other signs and those other videos and see how they resonate with you, okay? So it may not be for everyone, but we hope that there's something that you can take with you, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm gonna do is move the camera down, and we're gonna begin. And sorry guys, I just got out of my yoga class, so if my hair is all my yoga updo, okay? But I wanted to get these out for you, so that's why I'm here, okay? So let's do this. We're gonna do a couple more shuffles here for you, and we'll see what comes out and what we in store for February 2019 for Leo. All right, guys, let's cut the deck and lay out the cards. Now, I'm a Leo rising, so I'm just as excited to see what comes up as you are, okay? So let's do this. So let's take a look at where you're at this particular moment, okay? Ooh, okay, beautiful. So what we get here is we've got the beloved. Beautiful, quite beautiful. So I like to see this. This is quite neat. So now this could be that you might have someone that you're thinking of, Leo, at this particular time. Okay. Now it could be that. It could also, obviously could be, the beloved, the universe, and your source is watching over you. All right. So let's take a look at this deeper. So it's almost as if, I gotta tell you now, with the first scenario, what's coming into play here, it's telling me that you've got someone that is on your mind. All right. There's no doubt about it. All right. It's saying is that your heart is open and it's full of love. And the beauty of this is you see all the stars that are surrounding this, and I'm sorry for the glare, guys. You see all the stars that surround it. There is magic in the air as it relates to a beloved, all right? There's also magical blessings that are being drawn to you. So if you're single and you're in a loving relationship, if you're single, let's say, then this is just to say that a loving relationship is becoming your way. It's going to be formed and it's going to transform your life. And if you're already in a relationship, let's say, then your relationship is just about ready to get deeper, okay? And it's going to be transformed in some way as well, okay? So, knowing that love is this timeless state, which all spirituality is connected and interconnected, you're going to feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the life through your relationship with your beloved. So you're going to get a lot of valuable insights that are going to be gained, and you each bring out the best in each other, right? And it's so beautiful. Like, love is truly the gateway of this endless universe that we have. And there's going to be, some magical things that will be happening, within a particular relationship. And then also, it could be that your current, that you are getting some magical opportunities as it relates to love, okay? It's very deep and it's very sentimental, and it's just quite gorgeous. Now, I also see this too as that your source is watching out for you. Your source is seeing you where you're at right now. So if you are experiencing any sort of sadness or whatever, know that your beloved is watching over you from above, right? From above, high where the stars are, and sees exactly where you are. And what this card is reminding you to do is to definitely ask for what it is that you want as it pertains to a relationship, as it pertains to yourself, or whatever is pulling at your heartstrings at this time, because magic is in the air right now. And that is what this card wants to remind you of. So this is where you're at right now. You're going to have to note your comments below, but this is about how you are feeling about yourself right now, which really comes into play is that with how the universe is going to help you with this. So there is some magic in the air. So note your comments below. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what it is that you want at this most at this moment. So the card that we get here is little children. And you're probably wondering, well, what the heck does that mean, right, Leo? What the heck does little children mean, especially in my placement of what I want at this moment? Well, this is asking you to take a look how little children operate in this world sometimes. And I'm talking if you look on a playground and you see little children and you see how adventurous that they are, right? You see how they feel and they'll just express it, right? A lot of them do. So this is saying is being that childlike way, and it's almost as if this is saying to express yourself freely without judgment, right? Express all that you have stored in your heart. And you can do that in a lot of different ways. You can do it through journal writing, through music, through dance, through painting, just getting outside with Mother Nature, even, just a lot of different ways, right? Music, just so many different ways. But it's going to help you clear any emotional blockages that maybe have been formed over the last few months, maybe that lasted in that third scenario that I talked about, that the beloved is saying, ask for assistance if that is what you want, because magic is in the air. If it's not a current relationship, or if it's not, if you're single and looking for one. But this is saying is that you're going to regain a newfound sense of enthusiasm and life, and it's going to filter through you in your relationships and through work. Okay, so just see, it's almost as if I were to give you a paintbrush, and I would say, okay, go ahead and express yourself, and here's the canvas for it, and I'll give you a canvas to do this on. And you see how eagerly a child will grab that and just go through and express their emotions. Well, this is saying enthusiastically that this is what you need to do, that don't have any preconceived ideas of how you should express yourself. Just express yourself, as confident and freely, and as, with compassion and with patience and understanding if you're doing this to another. Expressing yourself, but it's almost often portrayed by looking at, little children and seeing how they focus on their expression when they paint, when they, color, when they do things like that, because you can benefit by adopting that similar type of attitude. Okay. So this is in your position of what you want at this particular moment. Okay. Now, the next card that we get is talking about kind of where you're at and kind of what you need to see. Okay. It's almost as if sometimes what you don't want to see. And what the card that we get here is a Magdalene. And what I get from this is saying is that this card wants you to be true to yourself. So in some way, shape, or form, if you haven't been, this is saying be true to yourself, be different, Leo. And when you do that, yes, you will make mistakes here or there, but this is saying to go forth and create. Because you exist through creation, okay? You've got a lot of dreams in your heart, and this is saying is that there is a void that is wanting to be filled. So really to step in with your courage, step in with your strength, right? And that's what this card wants to remind you of. You've got that in you. life is a test of faith, and this wants you to really allow your light to shine. Like the red is the warmth of the passion, the golden light is the warmth that you have yet to bring on, that you can set out in this world, that you have in you to share with the world. So this is saying to contemplate on a moment and allow your light to shine. There's no beginning or end, there's only love. And love is going to lead you to greener pastures. So by loving yourself, by being true to yourself, by dare to be different and allow your light to shine, your dreams can come true. Don't, keep your pockets full of your dreams. All right. And step in and use your courage and strength that you have in this world to shine the light on whatever that is. Is it a relationship? Is it a project? It is a venture. What is that? Contemplate on what that is for you, okay? Because this card wants you to remember not to be fearful, and do not give up on your dreams for fear of making mistakes. Do not give on your dreams because of fear that you're afraid to love. Or that you don't feel that you have the courage or strength. You're the Leo lion. You can handle this. Okay. You have got this. It's one step in front of another. Make those mistakes, create, and let it stem from your heart and what it is that you want. Right. So that's what this is saying, is that you need to transform any fear or anything into the spirit of creation to really create that vibration to put you forward, okay? So let's continue down here. As we were just speaking of, your truth, and dare to be different and be your true self, guess what comes out? The real you. So perhaps you're in hibernation a little bit, Leo, because this is in the position of what you've got going for you. And just as the other cards suggest, what you've got going for you is your uniqueness, your difference, and how you can shine your light onto the world. And, there's no beginning or end. And that love is going to really push you through. So this is, there's a void that wants to be filled. And this is saying is to be the real you. Because when you're the real you, all the beauty and your uniqueness comes right on through. It's quite gorgeous. And it wants to shine through. And it wants to come into existence. Maybe you've repressed yourself. And maybe you've ignored those unique qualities that you have, all those beautiful qualities that you possess, right? Your enthusiasm, right? That is going to be very, very key. Your artistic qualities, your laughter, your fun. This is saying to really lighten up, be the real you, have some fun, right? And let go of how you think things should be, whether they're right or wrong. Or this is saying just be you, okay? And nurture yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, because that is going to be very key. So remember, we talked about loving yourself, because you're going to attract that love that comes your way if you're single. Love yourself and have gratitude for your partner, because that'll create a deeper relationship with the partner. And if you need help with this, to ask your beloved source for that help, to make it to help you, and enthusiastically have faith and embrace your unique skills. And just open up and blossom into the real you, okay? So as the real you emerges, Leo, you're going to feel very, very inspired. You're going to look at life differently, okay? And you'll have this greater sense of fulfillment, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? And just know there's much to be grateful for. Get out there and explore. Remember, be like the little children. That's going to be key for you, okay? Wow. And then the next card that you get is Sophia. Oh, how beautiful. It's almost as if that you're loving yourself, and then you're just blooming, okay? Like you and like a flower, they've got many different layers. And every different layer is so unique, different than any other person on earth. And Leo, you're so unique within this. So when I see this card, this is telling me is that someone dear to you needs your love and support at this moment. Now, this could be in a current relationship. Perhaps this is just, you. But someone needs it's almost as if someone needs your support at this moment. And perhaps what it is that they need from you, Leo, is your forgiveness. Okay, maybe there's someone that you need to forgive, or someone that really wants your forgiveness. And this is saying to really cast aside any disagreements, let it all go, and truly make up. Right. And that might have to do with this relationship situation, here, of going deeper, right? Honor and respect each other's differences in any relationship, but know that your individuality, the real you, this is sacred, right? This is sacred. And you are, you're a beautiful soul. And if you're in a relationship, this is saying if that person is asking for your forgiveness, know that you're both beautiful souls. And through love and forgiveness and a world of infinite possibility, contentment will await. So if you're looking for contentment in a relationship, and contentment with yourself rather than battling yourself, what you should or do versus being that real you, this is saying to embrace that real you, because you'll reach that contentment and go to a higher level. Okay, because deep down, there's love that the beloved has for you. There's love in the relationship that you have for each other, and there's love that's yet to come with this magic that's in the air over here. Okay, Leo, so just note that. So what a beautiful card. Wow. Now, what we get in terms of your kind of possible outcome here is we get the card. Now, don't freak out, guys. Okay, now this is called purgatory. Okay, this is saying is that you might be in between a situation. Like, how there's emotional ups and downs, and this is kind of like a firecracker that's blooming into pure, clear, visible light. This is, though it may not seem like this based upon this card, this is a very positive time for you. Okay, you are going through a lot of healing process at this time. Okay, and you can tell just based upon the cards over here. I mean, there's a healing process that takes place. You've got forgiveness, you've got relationship. Be enthusiastic. Don't worry about being right or wrong. This is saying just, really let your truth shine through and be the real you, and have forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness, for another. But this is saying that those emotional up and downs that you might be experiencing, Leo, that's the healing process. Okay, because what's happening, that of which you no longer need is being cast out. Okay, it's being just, it's being shooted out into the universe. Why? Because we want that crystal clarity of the true you to come through, okay? The true you. And what this is saying is casting out what you no longer need. However, it's bringing in what you do need, okay? And that is what this card is all about. So don't take it, just from its word here, okay? To help felicitate this healing process, what you want to do is to make a list of all your negative thoughts and fears. And once you've done that, what you want to do, and I mentioned in another read who got this card, and I cannot remember who it was. Maybe it was Virgo, but you guys let me know in the comments below. But this is saying is really just take that list of everything, your negative thoughts and fears that you have. And once you've made that list of things that no longer serve you, that serve that purpose in your life, negative thoughts and fears, and what you want to do is let that list, imagine that everything on your list is being showered by this golden light, okay? And then imagine out of that golden light that this beautiful violet flame is just shooting from the golden light. And then imagine that violet flame is transforming all of that negativity into golden light. So that violet flame is it's almost as if it's a vacuum, and it's transforming that and then pushing it out into golden light. And focus on the healing power of that violet flame to be able to do that. Feel it transform you, feel it clear you, and feel it heal you. Okay? And that's what this is saying it is. This is about transformation. And sometimes we need to let something go, but this is saying, trust the process, Leo. It's going to be beautiful. As you surrender, you'll automatically be healed. And then what's going to happen is that things that are more suitable for you will color your life, and they will come in, okay? But this does want you to rid of anything that is no longer serving your purpose at this time. So make sure that you write that down, what your negative, things that aren't serving you, your negative thoughts and your fears, and just imagine what I've had, that it's going through that process of light transformation with that violet light, just taking it in, and all of that negativity, and transforming that into this positive light for yourself, and clearing the way so greater things that serve you can step in and uplift you and really level you up, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a business venture, or whatever that is, okay? So that's what the card wants to let you know. So now what I'm going to do is pull some other cards here, and we're going to see what else can help you through this process. But this is gorgeous. Really beautiful, Leo. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. Note your comments below. How does this translate for you? So what's going to be key here is moderation, all right? Moderation is going to be extremely important through this process. So I love this. I absolutely love this. So moderation is really, really key. So keep that in mind. Don't try to do everything at once, guys. Just step by step is going to be the best medicine for you as you kind of go through this process. So just note that, okay? Moderation is key. It's like sometimes you want to pull back from a relationship or a situation, maybe because of an action or that kind of a word, or something that does not to your liking. But this is saying to really resist, any way to either insult or escalate a situation, because when you remove your emotions, what's left? Love, right? And these hummingbirds, in terms of an animal totem, the hummingbirds are messengers of love. They're God's messengers of love, or the source's message, however you want to interpret that, but they're messengers of love. You see how they pour their nectar into every single flower, and they're just, it's quite beautiful. They really are, and they just go in, and they're the only ones that can fly. They're only birds that can fly backwards, I think, actually, too. But they're just very wonderful little beings. I just think they're so adorable. I always see them in pairs every time I look out my window for some reason. I don't know why, but I always see them in pairs. And it's like one is always chasing another, or they have a buddy system or a lover system or something. But this is saying is to respond in love, okay? And to use moderation in terms of your communication. So that could be with a loved one, or it could be just really in any situation as well too, okay? So what other card? That's just some advice that I want you to remember. So if it does relate to a love relationship, and be moderate, and be moderate, in terms of as you unfold and becoming the real you. Don't be too hard on yourself, I guess is the word that's kind of the thought that's coming to mind. You're going to get, this clarity is coming really through for you here too. The next card you get is clarity, right? If you're going through, remember those ups and downs? Well, you're going to get that clarity that you need that is coming through here. This is beautiful. So that's all it says, is that you're going to have that clarity. You're, amidst any adversity, you're going to have this clarity that's going to shine through for you. So finding unexpected strength can happen when you are in the middle of a crisis. So whether it's a relationship, a divorce, whether it is the unfolding of the true you that's coming through, or whether it's an emotional upset, you're going to get the clarity that you need, okay? It could be, a new goal, a new talent, a new idea. It's almost as if like there's this lump of coal, and you now get the clarity as it's been on under pressure, and it's created this beautiful faceted diamond with so many different ways, and it's so clear, and it's got that clarity. So if you're feeling like this just like this, like a hard rock that you just feel like weighed down in some way, shape, or form, this is saying is that you're going to have the clarity, and it's going to be kind of like a diamond. So you're going to have that clarity that's going to shine through for you. And this is just saying, just rest assured, okay? All is going to be resolved, and all will be healed. and you're just like this glorious bud that's opening to the surface. And that's what I thought about when I saw this Sophia card as well too. It's quite beautiful. So that's what this is saying. You're gonna find unexpected strength within you. Remember, it says have the courage and strength, to move forward, and don't worry about being right or wrong, and to express yourself as a child and to have that enthusiasm. This is really, really big for you, because this is saying you're going to find that unexpected strength and wisdom when it comes through a crisis, right? And you're going to realize the limits of a situation, so you're going to kind of know that a little bit better, right? Peace ascends in your life, and that's all this is saying to you. So follow love, right? Because love is going to be very key. Follow love and use that love, that peaceful space inside your heart as in your power center, as your power center from which all things are possible and all things are available to get that clarity that you need. Okay, so that's what this card wants to let you know. And then any final card that it could help us in this process for Leo in the month of February? Reaction. Okay, remember we talked about having that reaction and using moderation and making sure that you process things with love. The reminder of the hummingbird here to go forward and move in love, to get the clarity that you need and to pull from your heart. This talks about reaction, and all this is saying is to really just before you have some sort of reaction is maybe unresolved emotion. Maybe through these ups and downs on this purgatory card that you're kind of going through some sort of reaction, right? And it's uncomfortable, but they're powerful signals of emotion. And this is saying respond with compassion, careful consideration, remember moderation, and then also with awareness. Because if you limit your emotions and you hold them back, it's going to restrict your let me pull this back here. I don't know why that's blurry there. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. If you hold back your expression, it's going to hold back your truth for you. And it's all about becoming the real you, right? So this wants to let you know that your reaction to a particular situation that is going through ups and downs and emotions, this is just saying that if you let anger take control, that means you're not in love, because the person who only feels anger cannot accept love. So remember, just focus on the love part of it. We talked about that over here, right? And the person who can only feel positive emotions doesn't recognize, a villain that might be in the way, right? So beneath the surface, things may have been, off balance for quite some time, okay? And that probably could have been this purgatory card, which is, is causing that up and down emotion. Maybe it's denial, maybe it's numbness or misplacement of unresolved emotions. So this is just saying, carefully observe your emotions, Leo, and consider what they are signaling. Because to a large extent, how you react, in a situation and in life depends on how you perceive it to be. Right? So the mind likes the familiar, and it's going to go back to things that are familiar. And if that is a negative thought, that's what it's going to do. So what that has to do, you've got to get to the root of it, and you've got to, kind of pull that out, right? You've got to take that out and replace that with something positive. So what this wants to let you do is to have that clarity. This here, step away of the situation for a while, whatever that is for you, have that clarity. But this requires balance and detachment, okay? But let love, like the Sophia card, let the love and the unfolding of love be that catalyst for an enlightened outcome, right? For this beautiful enlightened outcome. Remember I said it's pushing out things that no longer serve your purpose, but pulling in things that are good for you. So your reaction is going to be key. Accepting your emotional self leads to being calm, composed, and blessed in every situation, okay? And love is your catalyst for a beautiful enlightened outcome, So just let love be your guide. Remember the hummingbird, okay? And that's what this is saying. You know, you want to make sure that you're feeling that your flowers, that you're sharing love everywhere you go, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's what it wants to let you know. So let's go ahead and pull some other cards that might be able to assist you in the process real quick. This is just some one-liner clarifiers that might be able to assist you in the process and make it easy for you to remember. Service. See, this talks about feeling really, really good when you help others. And I think, Leo, that is the case. I think you really, truly like to do that. So I love seeing this. This is really beautiful. So being of service to others is really going to, that's a beautiful way to spread love. And it's also a way to, really, maybe it's with children, right? Maybe it's a way that you can really express the real you, right? It's quite beautiful, right? And the next thing we talked about balance, right? The balance of emotions. And this is saying is that you bring a state of perfect harmony into your world, and you do so without judgment. So I think that you're learning that, obviously when you judge others, you really truly are judging yourself. And this is saying is that you're putting all of that into balance. So you won't have these ups and downs so often because of this healing that you're going through, but this is changing. And anything else that we could add? Death. You're learning that endings are merely beginnings. So you might have an ending in a certain situation. Okay, Leo, you might have an ending in a certain situation. And that could be a divorce. It could be the end of things that no longer serve you. The end of the mask being taken off and becoming the real you. Okay, so with that, I'm going to let this go before this time's out. And I look forward to seeing you in the month of March. And until then, Leo, namaste.